Good morning, SC viewers. This is Satellite Media. Mr. Rafumechi.
Good morning.
The launch of IBB's book.
Yeah.
We have come and gone, talking about his autobiography.
Yes.
But the reaction is still multiplying, having multiplier effect.
Yes.
Recently, we just saw that Igbo came out clearly to demand for
compensation.
10 trillion as a compensation for all the evil meted to the Igbo race.
Actually,
and as that was done, now we saw another group, Injiko Igbo Forum, saying we need 100 trillion naira. And they have mandated Igbo who are in the Senate to move a motion for that demand. And it looks like the Ohaneze and Injiko Igbo Forum asking for money to abandon Biafra. They have come out clearly to say this money we must get. Do you think that money is what the Igbos need?
No, the brain behind that, the intention, intention behind that demand has nothing to do with dropping Biafra. It is all about reparation. I could remember in a haze how the Americans, the Europeans that migrated into USA in 1492 actually ravaged, ransacked, exploited Africa for 400 years of slavery. And later, the black man, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, all those great speakers in America and other parts of the world that are blacks began to ask for reparation for the black man. Reparation meaning compensation. They should compensate Africa continent just because of what happened in 1492 to 18th century, which is reparation. So what the Igbos are asking is reparation in disguise, and the right word is compensation. The Igbos, they want Nigerian government, Nigerian people, Nigerian regions that fought against the Igbos, thereby committing, the highest genocidal war, fighting the highest genocidal war ever in the history of Africa, killing the Igbos in their millions. That's why they are asking for payment. Compensation for that pogrom that lasted for good 6 months, from 1967 to 1970. That is what they are asking for. But if anybody is trying that this compensation by paying 10 trillion is going to the angle of Biafra, dropping or denying
as a condition to
drop, yes, sir, it cannot work. Dropping Biafra cannot work. It's a nonsense condition. Igbo man can never abide by that condition. They can't imbibe it. They can't buy into it. We, the people of Southeastern region, has actually come out to at least reiterate that no amount of reparation, no amount of compensation or payment can ever diminish emancipation of Biafra. Biafra is emancipating on alarming speed. Yes, it's coming. Every Igbo man in Nigeria, in diaspora all over the world, they are demanding that Igbo man should sit away from Nigeria. That is an incurable disease. A Nigerian of the Fulani, a Nigerian of the Yoruba. Since the inception of Nigerian independence, it is Yoruba Hausa, rotating our political leadership. Nigerian rotational presidency is now working. Do you know why? The North, the South. But it was not working in such a way that the North, Hausa first, Fulani second. In the South, Yoruba first, Igbo second. No, it is not working that way. Have you forgotten that the last administration of Buhari, Yoruba man was vice president, Fulani man was the president? Thank you so much. Currently, Fulani man is now what? Let me say, Northerner is now vice president from North, and the Yoruba man is now a president. A region that actually deputized, Buhari in the last administration is now Nigerian president. They are now at the office of the presidency. What are you telling me?
Mr. Rafumechi,
are you telling me that it's only 2 tribes that make up this contraption called Nigeria? See, let me tell you, they are not getting it the right way. And the Igbos are asking for what? Secession. Igbos are working hard to make sure that Biafra see the way. But one thing, before we see the way from this contraption, Nigerian nation should pay Igbos that money they are demanding. And if anybody is dreaming of the Igbos dropping Biafra,
with
his kinsmen, we are not going to abandon Biafra.
With the money hidden wound,
the money, there's no amount of trillions, quadrillion you pay the Igbos that can equate the lives, quantify or justify the loss of lives of the Igbos in 1960s. We died in our large number No amount of compensation, even if it is 10 trillion, we are not going to appreciate that. My uncles, my cousins, my fathers, my brothers, my sisters, my mothers that died 54, 56, 57, 58 years ago. What about the young military officers, notwithstanding, you know, rounded up in the barracks by their Nigerian military counterparts from other tribes or extraction in this country? How are you going to pay for the lives of those young Igbo military officers? Have you forgotten Colonel Unebu? Unebu was shot in the presence of his pregnant wife. His Chris, Igbo brother Chris, shot him just because he's loyal to the people he thought are the Fulani, you know, friends or military clique, same clique. But actually, at the end of the day, he had to pay the price. He killed his brother for nothing. Nigeria has actually not seen the reason why they should allow Igbos at least into Nigerian political leadership. And today they are beginning to see the benefit, the good sides of the Igbos. The book written by Ibrahim Badamos Babangida today has not at least only vindicated the Igbos, but at least promoted the Igbos, thereby letting the United States and other American countries like Canada to know how far Igbo man has gone to, you know, receive such persecution, at least exploitation in the past. The kind of pains the Igbos went through in the 1960s, I think we should be celebrating Babangida by now. Nobody will actually tell me that Babangida wrote nonsense, he's do this, he come late. It does not come late. The man is writing his past experiences as in history, so that we will use history of the past to know how to amend our ways presently. Memoir, biography, and the rest of them is allowed.
Okay, now let me ask this question. Some have argued that someone like Gowon, of course, who led Nigeria to during the war, should equally come out and apologize to the Igbo.
Who is that one? Gowon.
Yes.
Gowon is getting old. You know, Nigerian military officers, Nigerian political leaders, they don't actually apologize or write their memoirs until they are closer to their ancestors. Babangida is about bidding bye to Nigerians, to his kinsmen.
You are not the same vision.
Yes, that's why he actually trying to put everything in order. There are many things you should put in order
so you mean
before you go to the beyond. Yes, he's preparing his exit passage. You can see it is written all over him
by virtue of his age.
Yes, look, the picture you are seeing on net is not Babangida. That was old Babangida. If you see current Babangida now, all his mandibles, cheeks, it don't go down. He's not looking that handsome. He's not looking that healthy. He's going to his fathers. That's why he has come out to what? Write his memoir, his biography, trying to correct all his previous wrongs and errors. This time around, I think it is the characteristics of every Nigerian leader. People like Gowon, people like Obasanjo. Obasanjo has written his own. Nnamdi Azikiwe wrote his own in 1991. I read it. Zik Odyssey Files, from the mud hut to the house. That was the theme of the book. And today we are reading the one of the man who celebrated Zik Odyssey File from mud hut to house, bricks house in 1991. Today he has come to write his own. He learned from the Zik. He learned from Zik's memoir. That's why it's good for Gowon to write his own. Gowon has been prevailed on 4 years ago to actually confess to the Igbos and apologize. Gowon said no. This time age is coming on him. One day you will see Gowon. He will resurrect to write his memoir or biography.
Lastly on this, Mr. Rafumechi, perhaps peradventure this money is paid. Talking about either 10 trillion or 100 trillion, whichever one comes first. Do you think that money should be distributed among the families of Biafra expansion, or should be used for infrastructural development?
If that money comes, there are many veterans, Biafra veteran soldiers, Biafra veterans, you know, within Nigeria contraption, in Igbo land, outside Igbo land, that should be given the money for compensation. You don't need to use all the money for infrastructural development. You will map it out, name by name. There were compilations of names. to 2015 to be paid that money, to receive that money. But they waited and waited. The Buhari administration, due to the fact that APC political platform is founded on lies, deception, and deceit, they could not pay that money. But today we are seeing another angle of it. So if they actually pay reparation or compensation to the Igbos, it should go to the victims of the war. Biafra war victims. There are veterans that are having one leg. Some were given short sleeves, both, no hands. So these are the people that should be at least, you know, giving. Yes, they should give them the money. They should assist them. Then and use the remaining money, the leftover, for infrastructural, you know, development in Igbo land. I at least accept infrastructural development, and the victims should receive their own compensation too out of that money.
I must say very thank you for your time. This is Sadla Bidan and Mr. Martin.
You are welcome.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.